get it back off. Normal.
Impact out of it, right? The other 21, you keep that at fuel some. That makes that look crazy.
Welcome to Marine Detail Supply Company, setting the standard for the marine detailing industry. We set the standard.
Hey, this is Ken from Marine Detail Supply Company, and what I actually have in front of me is the next evolution of long throw polishers. And if you ask us here at the headquarters what type of machine that we would recommend to finish out on gel coat, 9 times out of 10 we're gonna reach for a long throw polisher, and preferably a Rupes at that. For the longest time, the workhorse for us and all the videos that you have ever seen us do out there that show you how to do gel coat correction, the tried and true machine that we generally go to, and you can verify this by checking out all our videos, is we use the Rupes LHR Mark III. So the Mark III has been a workhorse for us so far. It has survived the marine industry as a whole. I think a lot of you out there would agree with me that when you're buffing or polishing on a gel coated substrate, you attack it completely differently than you would, clear coat on a car. Generally, it's more pressure, more heat, and such like that. And the Rupes in itself has performed, especially this corded model, of being a true workhorse for that. Of course, Rupes also has their great customer satisfaction where, after the year of owning the tool, you can return it, and for, $110, they'll repair it for as long as, you own the tool, and that includes the shipping to and from, which I think for anybody out there that has a tool in the marine space is important, because we drop things in water, right? Things fall, break. And it's nice to know that there's a company that's behind you to support that. So for us, we think that's why this has always been, or we don't think, we know this is why we've been choosing this one. Now, what I want to show you, like I said, is this is the next evolution essentially of the tried and true machine that we have always used. Now, before you is the Mark V. And you'll see there's some, a little bit of design changes. Still, pretty similar, right? Still, the same color scheme. They didn't really change much of that. However, one of the big things that you'll notice like right away that kind of catches your eye is this backing plate. It is now a super thin backing plate, as you can see right there, compared, to the style that we've all known and loved for quite some time. The beauty of it, obviously, it's going to be a lot lighter. I think you could agree there's a less rotating mass right there, but what that rotating mass will do, or excuse me, that thinner area with the rotating mass is going to lower the center of gravity of the machine. Just what I've ran in this short term, there is a difference in how smooth it is. That's my personal preference, okay? Granted, the LHR 21 Mark III is still a very smooth machine for what it is, but you can tell that there's been some tech changes built within this. Now, a couple of other things that you'll notice right away too, the difference of the head is, I think, really stands out for me too. It's kind of like the more carbon fiber look on it. But that's not really where the beauty is. The beauty is on the inside of the machine itself. It actually has, I believe they call it polysynthetic gears. So you'll notice it's a lot quieter, because you don't essentially have metal on metal that's interconnecting with each other, making all that extra noise. And then the other beauty of that is it lowers the weight of it, which we're going to show you here. A lot of companies out there, they'll put charts out and say this, that, and the other, and I'd rather do my own test. I think a lot of you out there would respect that, see that firsthand. So we are going to do that. So you're going to actually see what's the difference between this LHR 21 Mark III, right, with a pad, right? Let's make sure that we weigh it with a pad. And this is one of Rupes' new intermediate foam pads. And we're going to use the same pad at the same time. And let's see what the weight differences are from there. And then the last but not least, one of the other noticeable differences or changes that you're going to see is part of the user experience is it's a lot quieter. So we'll test that too, kind of a way that we can do it with a decibel meter on an app through my phone. But with that, let's go ahead and let's bring out the scale. So nothing special with the scale. I'm going to go ahead and zero it out. You can see there it is actually zeroed out at the moment. And this is, again, your tried and true Mark III. I'm gonna go ahead and lay it on here. And right now it is showing 6 pounds, 2 ounces.
What?
Right there. So we got 6 pounds, 2 ounces right there. Now, the new Rupes LHR Mark V. Let's see the difference. And right now that's showing us 5 pounds, 10 ounces. So definitely a noticeable difference. So just to be fair, let's zero both of these out one more time. Again, an accurate 6 pounds, 2 ounces.
Okay.
Without recalibrating, the same calibration. And 5 pounds, 10 ounces. So a noticeable difference itself in that weight. And why is that important to you? Well, if you're a user and you're buffing on a large boat, it's a big substrate, you're working with that tool for a long time. And using a heavier tool is obviously going to wear you down, right? So it's going to be easier on you and your body to utilize something that's a lot lighter. So that's going to be the real advantage there with that weight savings, right? The other thing, so before we get into the decibels, here's something that's changing in the world of Rupes. So this machine compared to that machine, we've spoke before and I talked on it. This has a year warranty and then it leads into obviously that replacement plan. The difference between that one and this one is they have upgraded the warranty on it to now 5 years, which 5 years is a pretty strong warranty for a tool like this. And that really shows you the commitment that looks like to me at least that Rupes is putting to back their tool to make sure that that user itself, you know, gets their money's worth out of it. Another note too, it's not confirmed yet. I think they're still trying to work out the logistics of this tool because we're actually filming this before the launch of the Mark V. I believe, or I hope, after that 5 years, it will also move to the repair program, the same thing in the Mark III. So, you know, $110, something like that. Could be a little different, don't know. We have to play it by ear and see what the actual release comes with, but I can assure you that Rupes is going to back it either way. So next, let's go into the sound, right? So again, I don't have anything super fancy, but you know, there is a decibel meter app that we can build into, or as in my iPhone here, and it may not be the exact decibel number, but I think where we can really use it as a tangible device is seeing if there's a difference, right? And I think we'll notice one. So let's start off first, old school Mark III, and I'm gonna put it on speed setting 1. I'm gonna kind of stand around the same area, and let's see what the stagnant sound is. Looks like somewhere around 55, 56 decibels. So from there, what I noticed looked like it bounced between 86 to 88 on speed setting 1. I think I did see it peak at like 90 for a second, 90 to 91. Again, same test. Let's go to Rupes LHR Mark V. And as you can see right there, it was a noticeable difference. It was bouncing between 83 to 82. So again, those may not be the hard numbers, but that's a tangible device that will show you that there's actually a sound difference when using the tool. Now, just to be fair, nobody generally runs it on 1. We'll go to the extreme here on 6. So again, back to Mark III. And there on 6, it looks like it was bouncing between 92 to 91. So, you know, speed is going to play a factor in how much sound, obviously, the motor is going to output. But again, let's be fair. Mark V, speed 6, all the way up. Let it eat. So it generally looked like it bouncing anywhere from about 89 to 90, somewhere in there. So still, it is quieter. And, you know, I would say that most working sound is probably speed setting 4. So I want to do that last. I would say if it's anywhere from a boat or a car, generally most people are around between 4 to 6 doing the correction work. So let's look at it at 4. That looked like 89, 90. Speed setting 4. About 87, somewhere in there in 87. So definitely a difference there. Now, last but not least, you know, how does it feel, right? Like power-wise. So I don't know if there's a difference. I don't know if Rupes is claiming a difference. But what I'm going to do, just for comparison reasons, I'm going to go speed setting 5. Some pretty heavy pressure right now. I'm really pushing on, still turning, still turning, still turning. I mean, she's warm. Let's go to 6. That's why that one's been a workhorse, man. It still definitely works for sure. The true test is going to be this one. I'm going to be candid with you out there. I haven't pressed super hard on it yet. This is going to be the first time, so I don't know what it's going to do. Just started off on 4 on that one. So much quieter. Still spinning. Okay, let's go to 6. You can tell I'm pushing. I'm white knuckling this thing. We're going to go back to 4 real quick. Shoot, take a look at this. You can see that I pushed so hard that even the gel-coated panel, you can see the texture coming through. It's crazy. Oh my God, that thing is on fire. So I don't know, for me, like this has always had enough power. I can't give you a definite answer. I would tell you that this got plenty of power. So does this. This is obviously a lot quieter. It's a little bit smoother. So in the long run, I think this is now going to be the go-to tool. Only time will tell. But again, this one has treated us really well in the marine space, and I expect this one to do exactly the same. So again, if you guys have any questions or comments at all, if you want to see a different test of me to battle these up, go ahead and leave it in the comments down below, and we'll see if we can take care of it for you. With that, stay tuned. Go ahead and subscribe. You can check out more demonstrations just like this.